Hello, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your March the 20th just for today in a meditation. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com or leave a message in the comments below. And as soon as I see your comment, I will respond, I promise. Okay, let's look at the meditation. It is entitled Higher Power, March 20th. Most of us have no trouble admitting that addiction had become a destructive force in our lives. Our best efforts resulted in ever greater destruction and despair. At some point, we realized that we needed the help of some power greater than our addiction. That's from the basic text, page 24. Most of us know without a doubt that our lives have been filled with destruction. Learning that we have a disease called addiction helps us understand the source or cause of this destruction. We can recognize addiction as a power that has worked devastation in our lives. When we take the first step, we admit that the destructive force of addiction is bigger than we are. We are powerless over it. At this point, our only hope is to find some power greater than the force of our addiction, a power bent on preserving life, not ending it. We don't have to understand it or even name it. We only have to believe that there could be such a higher power. The belief that a benevolent power greater than our addiction just might exist gives us enough hope to stay clean, a day at a time. Just for today, I believe in the possibility of some power that's greater than my addiction. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. This is a good conversation to have with individuals that are at different stages of their relationship with a higher power, maybe even with different higher powers. But what we're talking about is an spirit, an energy of hope. A lot of times when we talk about the disease of addiction, we have no problem recognizing how destructive it was. And for many of us, admitting that we're powerless over the disease of addiction and that our lives have become unmanageable is a given. There's not much discussion. What is there to discuss about how unmanageable our lives have become? The power that the disease of addiction executed over our day-to-day living is quite obvious for many of us. In fact, somewhere in our literature, it says that if a person can honestly still say that they don't have a problem, the only reason possibly would be that they are in denial. The first step is not a difficult step. Admitting defeat now is somewhat complicated. But in reality, when we look at our lives, we have no problem looking at how difficult or how unmanageable our lives have become. And if we have to be completely 100% honest about this, the drugs and the lifestyle were, in a sense, a power greater than ourselves, a higher power, a God, and we worship it. Many people don't like to look at it from that angle, but the sooner we face the reality that we worshiped our drug using, our disease of addiction, and the lifestyle that went with it, it was our priority. Yeah, worship is a pretty intense term. But in reality, that's what it comes down to. It received our undivided attention and faithfulness. And so now that we're no longer doing that, we have an opportunity to look at other powers that might be greater than ourselves. A lot of times it's another individual. A lot of times it can be the group. At other times, we need something more than an individual, our sponsor in the group. We need something more than a power greater than ourselves, and we need a higher power. And for many, that lands them at the ocean side, listening to the waves of the sea. For others, it lands them on top of a mountain, looking over a vast world. It can be different things for different people. Some people choose an entity. God himself becomes their higher power. The question is, what have you chosen as your higher power? And where are you at in the process? Or are you still thinking that Narcotics Anonymous is a religion instead of a spiritual program, and you're stuck on that? And as a result of being stuck on that, you're not in a position to formulate or understand who or what your higher power is, because it has to be based on who you are. And when you do that, you will find that it works, that you're hopeful, that you begin to thrive. It's really about a spirit of love and hope. So I hope that helps you. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. And I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose. And I will, God willing, be talking to you tomorrow.